We are the 100% Hebrew Israelites. All praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Ha, Raka, Quadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, spreading the good news of the gospel, teaching this truth throughout the earth, and who rule well. Salutations to the hopeful elect, pushing the word to the four corners of the earth in all sincerity and risking their life to do so. And this video is going to think on whatever is lovely. And what it means is that we should think on whatever is lovely. Let's go to Philippians chapter 4, verse 8. It says, finally, brothers, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, and whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, and whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue, and if there be any praise, think on these things. So we have to think on the truth in this wicked beast system that we live in, because we know, the red man, Esau, likes to call himself the white man, but there's nothing good about him. He's a murderer, and he's doing it right before people's eyes, because all you sheep, they call you 2/3 Jakes and heathens, sheepy, because you do what he tells you to do. You don't question his motivation. So, and you lie. You 2/3 are liars, just like he is. And he's the worst liar there ever was. He's a murderer and a liar, like his father was. So, he wants to contaminate you. He don't want you pure. The Lord, our power, created us pure, in the sense that, that day will come, we'll have righteousness. But this is the Lord's story, so, and always, thinking of those things that are of good report, and be virtuous. Think on these things, the Most High says. Let's go to Apostle Paul teaches believers to overcome anxiety and worry and experience joy and contentment. First, we begin with understanding the power of our thought life. What do you guys think mostly about, You go out there like the 2/3 Jakes, drinking, smoking, eating, doing all these things that in the end that don't profit you anything, because you're just like spinning your wheels. You're not doing the Lord's will, doing his works, because the day's coming, and the days is coming real soon, when the Most High, his fury and his wrath are going to be upon you, you 2/3 Jakes and heathens, So, we learn to guard our heart through right thinking, focusing on things that are good, beneficial, and pleasing to our power. Our renewed attitude and outlook will spill over into transformed actions and behavior. We'll be changing our behavior. We'll put on a righteousness, integrity. Let's go to Proverbs 4:23. 23 reads, keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. So keep your heart, don't watch what's happening, examine yourself. What are you doing? Are you doing anything? Are you meditating on the Lord's word and the Holy Scriptures in the volume of this book? This is where your mind should be at. Because all of these things that are coming towards you, if you're ignorant, you have no integrity. You have nothing. You don't have. Most of all, if you don't have that knowledge, the Most High, He gives us knowledge. He tells us, if you love Him, you'll love Him with all your heart and mind and soul by following His commandments. So, and the other one is to love your neighbor as yourself. So the word lovely, when used to describe things, it means pleasing, attractive, giving pleasure. Lovely is a rare word referring to things that attract. Please and win other people's admiration and affection. And what better way in doing the Lord's work, in reading His and meditating on His Holy Scriptures, and teaching others, doing videos to uplift them, to edify them, so that they can profit. Because that day is going to come, but the Lord's coming for His people, and we'll all be together, one another, in the love of the Most High's image. So the word lovely, when used to describe things, it means pleasing, attractive, giving pleasure. Lovely is a rare word referring to things that attract, please, and win other people admiration and affection. Such thoughts bring people together in peace rather than separating them in fighting and dispute. Love, inspiring. The passive sense of lovely, pleasing, agreeable, friendly. When we think on whatever is lovely, we are dwelling on things that inspire us and others to love one another. Let's go to 1 Corinthians 13. Let's see here. It says right here, verse 1, I speak with the tongues of men and of angels and have not charity, and that's love. I am become as a sounding brass or a tingling cymbal. And though I have the gift of prophecy and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and though I have all faith so that I could remove mountains and have not charity, I am nothing. So without love, you are nothing. Supported by that 1 Corinthians 13, 2. 3 says, and though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burnt and have not charity, it profiteth me nothing. 4, charity suffereth long and is kind. Charity envieth not. Charity exalteth not itself, is not puffed up. So Apostle Paul commends the more excellent way of love. Nothing compares the greatest, which is love. Believers gain nothing, indeed, or nothing without love. Filling our minds and hearts with power's love brings us together in unity and peace, because His love is patient. And kind, and not jealous or boastful or proud or rude. 1 Corinthians 13:4-8 reads, Charity suffereth long and is kind. Charity envieth not. Charity vaunteth not itself, is not puffed up, doth not behave itself unseemly, seeketh not her own, is not easily provoked, thinketh no evil, rejoiceth not in iniquity, but rejoiceth in the truth, beareth all things, believeth all things, hopeth all things, endureth all things. Charity never faileth, but whether there be prophecies, they shall fail. Whether there be tongues, they shall cease. Whether there be knowledge, it shall vanish away. So, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach is our greatest inspiration for thinking or whatever is lovely. We know what real love is because Yahweh Shai gave up His life for us. So we also ought to give up our lives for our brothers and sisters. 1 John 3:16. Hereby, this reads, perceive we hereby perceive we the love of power, because He laid down His life for us, and we ought to lay down our lives for our brethren. But whoso hath this world's good, and seeth his brother have need, and shutteth up his bowels of compassion from him, how dwelleth the love of power in him? My little children, let us not love in word, neither in tongue, but in deed and in truth. So, Yahweh Shai also said, so now I am giving you a new commandment. Love each other just as I have loved you. Just as I have loved you, you love for one another will prove to the world that you are my disciples. Let's go to John 13. Uh, 34. Okay. Reads, this is our Savior Yahweh Shai, our deliverer, our Savior. A new, but it's in red, and Yahweh Shai says, a new commandment I give you unto you, that ye love one another as I have loved you, that ye also love one another. By this shall all men know that ye are my disciples, if ye have love one to another. So we have to love our neighbors as ourselves, our brothers and sisters in this truth. That the world should know that we are His disciples, His elect, in the hopeful elect, in the Word, in this truth. Meditating on ideas that inspire unity, peace, and love for people, aligned with the Lord's Yahweh Shai, our Savior, our Deliverer, teaching about the greatest commandment in the law. So let's go to Matthew 22:37. This reads, it's our Savior, our Deliverer, Yahweh Shai speaking. He says, Yahweh Shai said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy power with all thy heart, with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. 38. This is the first and great commandment. And the 39 says, And the second is like unto it, Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. And 40 says, On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. So Paul further shows by example how loving others fulfill every requirement of Power's law. Let no debt remain outstanding except the continuing debt to love one another. For whatever loves others has fulfilled the law. For whoever loves the others has fulfilled the law, the commandments. You shall not commit adultery. You shall not murder. You shall not steal, and you shall not covet. And who does all these violations? It's Esau, the red man. Who likes to call himself the white man, but there's nothing good about him. He's the wicked. He's running this beast system, and he's continuing to push his wicked and evil agendas through, without regard to, to your constitution or to, or even to the laws of our power, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, through His precious Son, our Savior, our Deliverer, Yahweh Shai. Because the Most High brings out through the Holy Scriptures, the beast he is, the liar, the devil. You shall not covet. All other commandments are summed up in this one command. Love your neighbor as yourself. Love does no harm to a neighbor. And who's getting the medicine that they push out to protect you from diseases? Think about it. Love is the fulfillment of the law. Let's go to Romans 13:8. This reads, Owe no man anything but to love one another, for he that loveth another hath fulfilled the law. And that's our command. The law is for us to love our brothers and sisters that are walking in this ministry, that are doing the will of our power, Yahweh, Bahashem, through His precious Son, our Savior, our Deliverer, Yahweh Shai, Ha Rakah Kodash, Lord willing, to that end. Let's go For this thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness, thou shalt not covet. And if there be any other commandment, it is briefly comprehended in this saying, namely, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Love worketh no ill to his neighbor. Therefore, love is the fulfillment of the law. 11 reads, and that knowing the time that now it is high time to wake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. Let's go to 12. The night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light. Don't stay stuck on bitterness or damaging notions about other people. Will only slow you down. The process of letting power change you into a new person by changing the way you think. Let's go to Romans 12:2. This reads, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of power. Yeah. So, you to those heathen and 2/3 Jakes conforming to Esau's wicked beast system, what does that telling you, to change, to come back to the Lord in his righteousness, to be renewed, in his image. In all love, being acceptable, and doing his will. That's being perfect. If we set our hearts to think only on whatever is lovely about another person, to value what is attractive and pleasing about them, we will become peacemakers. We will be well on our ways to practical holiness, putting on our new nature, getting to know power and his son, Yahushua HaMashiach, and becoming more like him in thought and deed, in his image, doing his, because we're learning and becoming more intimate with our power, Yahweh, B'Hashem, through his precious Son, our Savior, our Deliverer, Yahushai, Ha-Raka Kodash, Lord willing. We do this in thought, in deed. Let's go to Colossians 3:10. It reads, and have put on the new man, which is renewed in knowledge after the image of him that created him. And so who created us? Our power, Yahweh, B'Hashem, through his precious Son, our Savior, our Deliverer, our Shai. We are made in power's image. And his image is beautiful. It is, it is illuminating, and it is integrated, showering from his spirit all love to his people. So until next time, brothers, shalom. We give all praise and honor and glory, thanks, with all our love and fear and trembling to our power, Yahweh, B'Hashem, Yahushai, B'Hashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, spreading the good news of the gospel, teaching this truth throughout the earth, and who rule well. Salutations to the hopeful elect, pushing the word to the four corners of the earth in all sincerity and risking their life to do so. So keep on trucking, brothers. Keep on moving. We're almost home. And it's, and we're gonna believe this ugly, wicked, abominable world run by the red man, Esau, and the new kingdom of righteousness was going to be established, and we'll all be together, brothers, in the love of our family. Until next time, Shalom.